In this video, we'll solve exercise 2.1 for chapter 2, polynomials. So the question says, the graph of y is equal to px are given in figure 2.1 below for some polynomials px. Find the number of zeros of px in each case. Let's try to understand what are the zeros of a polynomial. So let's say we have a graph which intersects the x-axis at three different points, -1, 0 and 1. So here these 3 points -1, 0 and 1 are called as the zeros of the polynomial. And since it's intersecting at 3 different points, therefore the number of zeros of this polynomial would be 3. Now let's look at this figure here. So here the blue line, which is the graph of the polynomial px, is parallel to x-axis. So it's not going to intersect the x-axis at any point. So the number of zeros of this polynomial would be 0. Let's move on to the next figure. So in this case, the graph of the polynomial, which is the blue line, is intersecting the x-axis at just one point. So the number of zeros of this polynomial is 1. Let's move on to the next figure. In this figure, the graph of the polynomial is intersecting the x-axis at point 1, 2 and 3. So the zeros of the polynomial is 3. Remember that it's the intersection of the graph with the x-axis, not the y-axis. So we are not going to count this intersection. Let's move at the next figure. So in this case, the graph of the polynomial is intersecting the x-axis at 2 points. So the number of zeros of the polynomial are 2. Let's move on to the next figure. So in this graph, the graph of the polynomial is intersecting the x-axis at point 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the number of zeros of the polynomial are 4. Let's move on to the next figure. So here the graph of the polynomial is intersecting the x-axis at point 1, 2 and 3. So the number of zeros of the polynomial are 3. Thank you.